Janet Kingsley here from janetkingsley.com. Recently, I had the opportunity to speak at Unity of Payson, and my topic was passion. And so I'd like to talk a little bit this morning about passion. We all are passionate about something. We all have that desire within us to express more, to be more, to move in a particular direction. We're drawn to particular talents and skills or books or vacations or areas of expertise and interest. So what are you on fire about? What are you passionate about? And if you're not moving in that direction of your passion because you're here and maybe you will need to be there and there's a gap in between, then chances are we need a transformation of some kind. We need to have a different thought. We need to have a different belief. We need to have a different behavior, because where we're at and what we're currently doing and what we're currently saying and what we're currently thinking is not closing that gap from where we are to where we say that we want to be, to where we're juiced up and fired up and bold and brilliant and badass, right? The problem is that many of us, and I'm certainly including myself many times, is yes, we want this transformation, but we don't want to be inconvenienced in the process. You know, the doorbell is ringing, but, we're busy putting on our makeup. We're not answering the phone. It's not a good time. So I have a suggestion. And the suggestion is, if there is a gap from where you are, so this isn't about not knowing what your passion is, not knowing what your skills are, your talents are, what you like to think about, where you want to head. You know that, but there's a gap. So what I'm going to suggest, oh my God, is take a look at what's not working. What? Take a look at what's not working? No way, Jose. You might be saying, like, that's not anything that we teach. We don't want to look at the negative. We don't want to look at what isn't working and focus on that and focus on what we don't want. We want to act as if. We want to fake it till we make it, right? Well, maybe you're acting as if, but if there's still a gap, that acting as if is not cutting it. If you're faking it till you're making it and there's still a gap, then that faking it isn't cutting it. So I say, take a look at what isn't working and don't identify with it. It's just a fact. And see where you can switch and change a little bit. What are you doing now that maybe you need to stop doing in your thinking, in your behaving, in your talking? Let me give you an example. About 9 months ago, I adopted 2 adult ragdoll cats. So my daughter loves cats. My husband had loved cats. I've been with cats for the last 30 years. But I never really considered them my pets, right? They were the family's pets. So my daughter moved into her own place about 3 years ago, and she took the cats that we had with her. And so I've been pet-free, and I've been happy pet-free. But in a moment of weakness, I happened to adopt these 2 ragdoll cats. Now, my daughter already loves them, and she's never even seen them. She's never even met them, but she loves them. And so every time we're on the phone, she's asking me, what do you think about the cats? How are the cats? And here's my response. Well, I've never vacuumed so much in my life. The boy cat, even though his fur is long, it always gets tangled. And so I'm continuously having to untangle the tangles or brush him or clip because I can't get the tangles out. That leads to more vacuuming. The girl has a couple of behavioral problems, and she's a finicky eater, and I have to buy particular food for her and different food for him. And did I mention that I've never vacuumed so much in my life? So this was going on and on and on. And my daughter, who professes not to believe any of this stuff that I even talk about, don't you hate it when your kids regurgitate back to you what you've been telling them for years? So she finally says to me one day, she says, you know what, Mom? Every time I talk to you, you don't have one good thing to say about those cats. Not one good thing. Is your life enhanced in any way? Do they bring you joy at all? Can you see some of their good qualities? What are you focusing on? And of course, I had to deny everything, I think, on the phone call, but it got me thinking, because when you're right, you're right. And she was right. What was I focusing on? So I could look at the facts. The facts were, I was doing nothing but complaining about these cats. I was angry every time I had to vacuum, every time I'm cleaning out the litter box, every time I'm having to cut knots out of the boy's fur, and I'm cranky about it. So can I find something to be grateful for, to be appreciative for? Have they enhanced my life? So right then and there, I started thinking in a different way about these cats. So let me tell you a couple of great things. Their fur is gorgeous. The boy cat, just the minute you approach him, he's just purring constantly. It's very, very comforting. And you see those cartoons and those videos about cranky cats who wake you up early in the morning, and they're hitting your face and they're chomping at you and they're doing biscuits. Guess what? Neither one of these cats do that. Yes, because that would not be good for me. I am not a morning person. So that's what I'm talking about. It's just looking at what isn't working. Chances are we're just in bad habits, and nobody is here to tell us, to have us adjust just the teeniest bit to make that change. Just to make that little change. To behave different, to think different, to speak different, to be different. And guess what? We might have a different result. So let's look at what is. What is really, what isn't working when there's a gap between, maybe we have a lot of anxiety. Maybe we're asking the wrong questions, like, how am I going to do it? How? Well, you know what? Our job isn't the how, right? You know that, and I know that. But our human mind loves to get into that details of how. Maybe it's just stop asking how and remembering the what. Maybe it's stop saying, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I don't know what my purpose is. It's too late. Maybe it's stop saying that and being open to understanding and discovering what your purpose is. Allowing that inner genius, that inner brilliance to inform, because we do really know. What is our talent? What is our calling? What do we like to hear about? What do we read about? What kind of books are we drawn to? We have so much going for us. So instead of having these platitudes, these new age, new thought platitudes of turning away, not looking at anything negative that is unpleasant, denying everything, faking it, acting as if, that's all well and good, but let's really look at what isn't working. Don't identify with it. Don't beat yourself up over on the head because it isn't working. That's not useful. But awareness has to come first. Awareness builds consciousness. Awareness before change. Just know your ABCs. So I would love for you to write in the comments below what it is that when you look at what's not working and you think, duh, hello, how easy is that to just change that? Write in the comments below what it is that you can change, that you could start doing or that you could stop doing, that's going to rekindle that passion. Please visit my website at www.janetkingsley.com. I don't even know if there's a share button if you're watching this on YouTube, and for sure there isn't one if you're watching it on my website, but if you're watching it on my Facebook page, which is also right now, it's possibility.doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, if you want to see it on Facebook, you could certainly like it there and probably share it there. Anyway, visit my website as I mentioned, and until next time, you badasses, rock on.